Meet the Melias. Jan and Ollie have been together for 19 years and they live in Nottingham with their 3 sons. Dino, who's 15, Finn, 13 and 10-year-old Albie. Meet the Collards. Debs and Rob have been married for 14 years and live in Hampshire with their children. Ricky, who's 9, and Jordan, who's 5.
You'll be a good boy then.
The 2 women have agreed to swap homes, husbands and children to see what they can learn about themselves and each other. What if the family you've come to live with would rather rebel than wash?
Because I want your kids to have a bath, it's funny.
No, because we're pirates, and pirates...
Ricky, don't be rude.
He's not being rude, he's just voicing his opinion.
And what if you can't agree who should be in charge?
So you're not playing by my rules?
And you're not playing by mine.
In the Melia house, the only things that are banned are rules and structure.
It's usually chaos. There's football matches go on in the kitchen, paint fights and food fights with me. My mum calls us the neighbours from hell and I think she's probably about right, really. I hate routine, really. It's different.
There are no traditional roles, so everyone shares the chores and has an equal say in how the house is run.
Everybody mucks in, gives off and gives their opinion and gives their ideas.
It's excellent to just be able to do what I want most of the time.
In fact, Ollie and Jan encourage the boys to question authority.
I absolutely hate and loathe schools for their manipulation of your kids and the rules they try and enforce on them.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! Hi!
I've got a thing about rules. I don't like people tell me what to do.
The way that there aren't very many rules, to be honest.
The Melias used to live as travellers, and they believe that work should fit around their lives.
I've done 9-to-5 jobs once. I was going to say a couple of times because I thought it would sound good, but I think it was once. I got sacked after 3 months, so that was the end of that anyway.
We specialise in having fun as a family without any money.
How's the water in the pond going?
I'd rather work less and spend more time together as a family and more time doing the things that we like to do as well.
And one of those things is playing in their band. It's a regular income for the family by working part-time on arts projects.
Ollie would have a tendency towards kind of... he can sit on his arse, put it that way. Ollie can go on and on and on and on.
I can waffle for any country that wants to pay me and sponsor me to represent them in a waffling competition.
In fact, that would be his ideal job, really. Ollie would struggle with a wife who wanted to put him into a routine.
In the Collard house, life is a lot more structured.
Come on, breakfast.
Routine is very important to me. It's not just important to me, it's important to the family.
Home from their private school, life for the boys runs like clockwork.
They play outside while I'm doing their dinner. Then they come in, have their dinner, do their homework, go upstairs, have a bath, put their pyjamas on, come downstairs. I have a routine freak.
And the boys' behaviour is strictly controlled as well.
Ricky, sit where you're supposed to sit.
Personally, I think I am quite a strict parent.
I'll do that.
Round there, please. Round there, please. I don't like bad behaviour, and I definitely wouldn't dream of it. You know, my children swearing would just be unheard of.
I think you had excellent table manners.
Thank you.
I've got an incentive chart for the children.
In a lounge, and that's tricky. You have to clean, like, cups in a dishwasher.
They can earn £1 a day, which is their pocket money for them to spend on what they want.
If we get across in the tick chart, we will lose 20p or something like that.
OK, big tick for that one then.
As far as the Collards are concerned, it's vital that the boys see the importance of earning money.
Money makes the world go round. Without money, you're not going to go very far in life.
I like the lifestyle that we have, and I like the nice things that we have. We've achieved that by working extremely hard. It for me for Mother's Day. It was really, really sweet, and I cried in the restaurant.
I believe if you haven't got that drive to want nice things, you become a lazy person.
Running his own demolition company means that Rob has to work long hours.
I don't really get to see my dad often on Mondays to Fridays, because it's just when we're going to bed we get to see him and say goodnight.
Get some sleep, mate, 'cause it's very late.
But Debs and Rob believe that traditional roles work best for the family.
My role in this house is as a mother and as a wife. I am the one who does all the chores, all the domestic goddess stuff. I think, men should be out there earning them.
It's the day of the swap and the two wives are preparing to leave.
I'm just afraid that they're not going to have enough coat hangers for all my clothes.
Oh, I'm dead nervous. Yeah, I've been on the toilet all morning. That's me. Oh, gosh.
The wives are leaving home for 2 weeks and they've agreed to have no contact with their husbands during that time.
You're going to be a good boy then?
Aww, babies. Bye. Bye. But it looks quite nice around here. I like all the trees.
It doesn't look like a particularly well-maintained area. Oh dear.
Actually, I feel like a burglar.
Before they meet their new families, the wives have a chance to explore their new homes.
Wow. Wow. The kitchen's lovely.
Oh dear. I wouldn't leave my dishes on the sink. Oh. I do need some DIY.
I can't get over how organised the wardrobe is. All ironed as well. Oh, blimey.
This is obviously a teenage boy's room. Can't say that I would ever allow my children to have
Guide to the running of their homes.
the traditional division of labour where men do men's work and women do women's work is a load of crap. Oh dear.
Rob doesn't have to lift a finger in the house because I do it all. Oh my God.
We were both recently given our first Hoover. Okay. Gobsmacked.
When I hoover, I'm very particular and make sure that the piles are standing up on the carpet. Oh God.
When they misbehave, we try to discuss the reason for their behaviour until they...
Teenagers who are full of backchat. You see, I've encouraged my boys to be bolshy teenagers that are full of backchat and attitude.
It's finally time for the wives to meet their new families.
Hello? Hello? You are?
Albie.
Hi, Albie, I'm Debs.
I'm Finn.
Hiya, Finn, all right?
Are you alright?
You all right? Hiya, Dino.
Jan.
Hello, I'm Robert.
Hiya, Rob.
Hiya.
Hiya. Oh, lovely to meet you.
You're right.
I like your jumper there, love you.
While
Okay.
Rob goes back to work, traditional housewife Debbie wants to know what her new husband does for a living.
Could be writing songs, recording songs, and work freelance as well.
So, do you go to work tomorrow?
No. No.
I think the issue is what he actually does all day. He can't actually tell me exactly what he potters around doing.
You start.
In her new house, Jan's checking through the boys'
So
behaviour.
that's yours. Okay, so you get a tick for eating dinner. It's a strange thing to have an incentive chart for your children, really. I probably won't keep it when I change the rules.
First time ever, Debs will be sharing the household chores.
Okay, I have to ask this. Does Jan wear rubber gloves?
No.
Okay.
Do you wear rubber gloves?
Yeah, just go and get them.
Have you got some?
Sorry.
Fantastic. And you think this is only the first night, and the rubber gloves are coming in. So where are we possibly going to go from here?
Night, Jordan.
Good night.
Good night, mate.
Jan's managed to stick to her new routine, so that when Rob comes home he can say goodnight to the boys and sit down to a cooked dinner.
I'm relieved, shall we say. She's cooked a lovely meal this evening. It was all very, very nice and...
I feel the next few days I'm going to struggle with the routine. I'm going to end up thinking that it's not It's a load of crap. Actually, is what I'm going to end up thinking. That's what I'll end up thinking. Well, I do already, actually.
Debs is still trying to make sense of how Ollie makes his money.
I've got a load of work at the end of the month and throughout the whole of June. So freelance work, it goes up and down and it flows around, you know.
He needs to get up and go out and get a job. And he will.
It's day 2 of the swap, and in the car, 5-year-old Jordan won't come down to eat breakfast.
I'll go and get breakfast for us and we'll have breakfast under bed.
For the first time ever, you can have it under here, yeah? We'll just give it a try.
While Jan's happy to break with the strict routine, Rob's not.
Not the normal sort of thing I'd let happen, if I'm honest. I'll let her do it today, but it won't happen tomorrow.
In the Melia house, Debbie is sharing the cooking for the first time ever.
So does your man get involved in the kitchen at all then?
Robert works all the hours really, so
Okay.
I do all the domestic goddess chores.
And while Ollie does his share of the cleaning, Debbie started a tour of inspection.
Okay, yes, we have boxer shorts under the bed. And we have socks in the corner. Dino's boxer shorts. You can't expect your child to wear pants like that. They are rag. I don't think these are designer. And the standard of cleanliness in the house and the hygiene, since I've been here, it doesn't give me much assurance that their underwear and everything is being changed at least once a day.
In the Collard house, no chore is shared, and everything is...
It's really lonely, no one to talk to, and it's boring.
And the role of dutiful wife doesn't only include cleaner and cook, but waitress too.
You all right?
Yeah, everything's going well.
I think Rob would think that he didn't have to show his appreciation the whole time because he pays for Deborah to have a great life. I think it's upsetting me because it's stopping and just about housework, really.
Ollie's brought Debs to his creative space, to the recording studio where his latest album is being mixed.
The grunt and the flab and the waffle and everything off the mic, it's really nice.
All Debs wants to know is whether the band is profitable.
Circles round.
And how much does a CD
The
cost?
CD costs however much someone wants to pay for it. But it's like creating something for yourself, you know. It's creating the history for yourself, like when I'm dead and buried and the kids are dead and buried, and then the great grandkids will put on the music and listen to it, and it'll be their great grand.
Spending his life on his hobby is not putting money on the table to feed his family and clothe his family.
I don't think Debs understands what the Melia family is about. I think she could probably live here for weeks and weeks and wouldn't understand what it's about.
Next morning, Rob's off to work, giving Jan the chance to inject a bit of fun into the routine.
That's a great bed. Can't do that on my beds at home because they're crap. I don't quite know what's going to happen with the routine today. I'm certainly not able. Oh. Is there a tickle?
And while 5-year-old Jordan's happy to join in, older brother Ricky is more reluctant to see the fun.
You be silly.
Not so.
Not at all.
Only at school.
You be silly at school. Oh, that's a good grin.
What he wants to do is get down to the serious business of the incentive chart.
You always remember the chart. I never remember the chart. If it wasn't for you, I would have forgotten to do the chart. Do you like the chart? What's the best thing about the chart?
Honey.
The incentive chart does my...
Ollie's taking Debs to Jan's work.
So she works hard, Jan does?
Yeah, Jan works loads of hours down at her job, and would be late home loads of nights, would do weekends and that.
Even though Ollie does some work at home, Debs doesn't believe that he's bringing in a man's wages.
Well, Jan's at work and in the dosh. Ollie is basically dotting around in Ollie's little world. He's just got to come out of living with the stars and get back down to reality.
In Hampshire, Jan's getting to grips with being a dutiful wife.
If you're going to do ironing, you may as well get dressed up to the fashion stylist, and I sort of kind of agree with him, really. I think I do deserve a bit of a treat for doing Rob's ironing, yeah? It's a labour of love, isn't it? Up your bum.
After school, the Melia family have gone for a kick around in the park.
Have a good day at work?
Hi, Ollie. How are you? All right?
I'm all right.
Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That's about it, really.
All right.
Yeah.
As usual, there are no fixed plans for the rest of the evening.
OK, what we'll do later on, you can talk about what we might do in the future. OK? Yeah, go for it. Go and stick your bag down and play rough. Rough and ready.
I'm just really frustrated. He's got no drive in him at all. He's done nothing all day. I know, it's fine to have a kick about with a foot, but if you've been out working all day or earning a living for your kids, he's completely, totally and utterly oblivious to society and just what he should be doing.
Back at the...
Okay. Well, thanks for ringing. Bye, Lynette. Jan's obviously late picking him up, so I'm very disappointed in that. Yeah, it's not very organised and mature, really. It's not acceptable.
Hi, Dad.
How did today go? Rick, just tell me something. Were you the last person to be picked up? Was Jan late picking you up?
Yeah. About 5 minutes.
But everybody else had gone, yeah? Mummy wouldn't be late, would she?
Late, actually. They were early, yeah, because they were due at 6:50 at 10 to 7, and they were early.
Right, okay. But how comes Ricky was the last person there then?
No, he wasn't the last
Wasn't he?
person there. No, he wasn't the last one.
Wasn't he?
No.
Rick?
Yeah?
Here a sec. Were you the last one, or you were on your own? Were you not on your own?
I was last one.
No, you
Yeah,
weren't.
because all the other mums were already there.
No, there was a mum pulled up after us. So I don't know why you would say that. I really don't.
As far as I'm concerned, I'll pick the boys up from school from now on.
Some other people have got, but it
exposed.
wasn't leaving your children exposed. I was told the bus came at 10 to 7. I don't want to be penalised for something that A, I haven't done, and B, that wasn't. He was fine. There were other lads there. There were other mums there. There were mums that arrived after us. There was no danger to him whatsoever. I've never been spoken to like that by a man ever in my life. Ever.
In Nottingham, Debs thinks the boys should be doing more than playing football.
Nobody's used the bath yet since I've been here. The dirt that's on the bath now is exactly the same dirt as was. I'm not getting in that bath. It's absolutely disgusting. Do you think your house is clean, and do you think your children are clean?
Not all the time. The kids have a bath once a week. I think that's fine. I think there's a certain thing that, as human beings, we have. It's like the more you wash your hair, the more you need to wash your hair. There's natural oils in our bodies, and the more you wash your body, the more you're washing off the natural oils. And
Do you ever desire to be a caveman?
Debs thinks we're smelly and dirty. Great. She can think we're smelly and dirty if she wants. We think she's a chav. There you go.
What's happening, John?
Oh, we're ticking. We're ticking. That's all. We're just ticking. So we'll do that one. And we'll do that one. I'm not doing the others later on. Because
Let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
I checked the incentive chart because Jan was she sort of seemed to close it quite quickly and sort of trying to push it out of the way before I saw it, and I thought, well, hold on a minute, that's not quite right, you know. So, like I say, I don't like having confrontations in front of their children. It's not good balance for the children to see people having disagreements. So, you know, we're all entitled to our children.
Yeah.
You know, and we live in a great
lifestyle,
and the reason it's like that is because it is structured. You know, we're trying to sort of...
I actually can't get my head around that you think that you've got great kids because of structure. You've got great kids because they were born great kids. They're intelligent and witty and funny and full of beans, both of them, and that's down to your genes and your energy and Deborah's energy that you put into the kids, definitely. But that's not necessarily all about routine.
How would you say then the children get into a good balanced lifestyle?
Well, they're in a good balanced lifestyle because they go to school every day, and I think balance is about having the other side of that, having a little bit of fun. I thought we might be. You know, I had an inkling that we were worlds apart.
Deb's gone to work to bring in her share of the household budget. Now she's run out of money.
So I need the rest of the budget.
Yes, I know you want money. There is no money.
So what can you give me?
I'll think about that.
At the end of the day, I haven't seen you do any work this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
I haven't seen you do any work this week.
I made a decision this week to not work, to be around you.
Really struggling, to get my head around it. Because of the kids, with, needing new shoes and needing new clothes and the necessities in life. I'm not talking about luxuries. I'm talking about...
all you're trying to do is just say... The way you run life, what you do is not right.
Now, if you had the opportunity to work this week to provide for your family, then you should have done that.
When it comes down to it,
and make our lives
I
easier.
didn't go out to work all this week because I didn't trust you to be with my kids all the time.
Why didn't you trust me to be with your kids?
Because I didn't know who you were.
I'm sorry, that's absolute tosh. You didn't trust me with your kids.
I didn't know who you were.
So I've trusted your wife with my children, and you haven't played. So you haven't played fair again. Not only with the budget, but now with the kids. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got to take 5 for a minute because I'm going to spontaneously combust in a minute.
You got to what? Sorry.
Fucking shake up, and I'm hoping that he will think about it. I'm hoping that when this whole experience is over, the one thing that comes out of this is that Ollie does realise that he is just wasting his life away and he's just existing.
It's rule change day, and Debs can't wait to turn the tables on the Melias.
I've been suffering living like this, now it's my turn, I'm in charge.
While Jan's keen to bring some fun to her new home. The families are back, and despite the fact that Rob sprained his ankle out running...
Rule number 1, Ollie. It's all play and no work for you. You make every excuse in the book not to work and you expect your poor wife to be the main breadwinner. You should be a role model for your boys, provide for your family. I've got a full-time job for you. You start tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Rob, you're the dad and your children need to see you more. There will be no work this weekend because we're going to do unstructured and spontaneous activities as a family.
Ollie, you will see the music room is out of bounds. Until you have proven that you are willing to work hard and provide for your family, playtime is cancelled.
The routine and structure in this house stops now. Different things on it that we decide.
Yeah.
Boys, you look scruffy and I can't believe that you're not bothered that your dad cuts your hair. So tomorrow I am taking you to the barber's to have a proper haircut.
No.
I am shocked that you are not encouraged to take pride in your appearance or to maintain a decent standard of personal hygiene.
Take pride in my appearance.
Taking a bath once or twice a week is not good enough. So from now on you will bath every single day after dinner.
The house is fantastic, but it's a temple to cleanliness. I want you to learn to live with a bit of mess and chaos. We can clean when it's needed.
I'm now going to show you how a real wife keeps house. Ollie?
In the Collard house, the dining room has been converted into an arts and crafts room for the boys.
I never found this fun in my life.
Not quite the sort of thing what that dining room is there for. We've just had it decorated. You know, it's very nice, it's very smart. The last thing you want is pen marks all up the wall. You know, she doesn't seem to have any sort of understanding of what's right and what's wrong.
In the Melia house, Debs wants to enforce the first of her rules, bath time for the boys. But she's up against her family who make rebellion a way of life.
Oh, this is just ridiculous. Are you going to stay in there now then for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, why don't you go and have a look outside?
Why do I need to go and have a look outside then?
Just do it.
Okay.
No rules!
Do you think that's a mature way to behave, do you, Ollie?
It didn't say we can't have fun, and it didn't say we couldn't break the rules.
Everyone thinks it's funny except you.
Because I want your kids to have a bath, it's funny.
No, because we're having a laugh, and it's good. It's good fun.
Because we're pirates.
Because we're pirates, and pirates are scruffy and mean. Arr.
We're dirty.
Rules. So there's no rule stopping us breaking the rules.
Precisely.
And there was no rule saying we can't have a laugh.
I want the kids to have a bath, this is what this is all about. I just think it's absolutely ridiculous.
With routine and structure banned, there are now no set bedtimes for the boys.
That's the correct time, isn't it?
What time is it?
It's 11:45.
Is it?
Is that 10:45?
Yeah, it's close to 11.
Right.
Jordan's laying down at the table. He's so tired, you know, he's absolutely... Jan thinks that they're going to have a little bit of laying in the morning and going to be like right as rain again, you know. I don't know what planet she's on. You know, she's just in cuckoo land.
Next morning in the Melia house, Ollie's still defying the rule changes Debs has brought in.
I tell you what, I'm not going to go to work. Tough.
So you're not going to
What are you going to do? Tough.
Well, so you're just rebelling as usual.
But you know me well enough for that.
You're
During
on planet
all
Pluto.
the other days. All the other
Ollie,
days.
you're on planet Pluto. Your kids need more in life. They need more necessities. Your children haven't got pants in their drawers upstairs, okay? Because I want my children to have pants in their cupboards. I haven't got a brain.
think.
So you don't care that your children haven't got pants in their wardrobes?
I don't care what you think.
But
That's
do
all
you
it's
care
about.
then that your children don't have pants?
No, I don't
to
care
wear?
what you think.
They don't have pants. The only pants I found have big holes in them.
Look, you have more money than me.
That's why you go to work. You're going to go to work. And with your
have
money,
more
we're
money.
going to buy the children some pants.
She didn't just change the rules, she insulted our existence. She's totally assassinated who I am. I'm not going to go and work and I'm not going to give her any money.
The kids slept in, but now Jan's designing a new style of
That's a good one. Murder in the dark.
She wants a fun chart of games suggested by the boys, but Rob's had enough.
We have a great
You
life.
do say that. I know you have a great life.
In your life,
all I'm saying,
all you want to do is have a party. You mean
that's
you've got
not
no
true.
responsibility.
That's not true either,
And you
Rob.
don't-
That's your judgment of me,
It
and
is
it's
my
not
judgment, and I've
true.
got a pretty fair judgment.
What I
that
think
all you
is-
want to do is you're a kid at heart.
There's
and
nothing
you
wrong
want-
with being a kid at heart. Perhaps if you let go of it, you could be a bit of a kid. I mean, in a way, this chart is to try and ensure that you get to be a bit of a kid, actually, because I don't think it would do you any harm, and it would do the kids great to have you being a bit of a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Dad, have you ever actually musical bumps, granny's footsteps and all that? Have you ever actually done that?
Yes, we've done that loads, Ricky.
I find that hard to believe because I can't remember it.
Well, don't be horrible to me, Ricky.
I don't
'cause you're
think he's not
you're
being
a bit
horrible.
negative, you know.
He's expressing his opinion. He's expressing his point of view. He's not being horrible, and I think he's done really well at expressing his point of view.
Yeah.
In fact, he's done great at it. He's got loads of great ideas and stuff. You just every time he tries to express them, you say he's being cheeky.
I'm not gone and done the job today that Debs had set up for me to do. I've come the allotment to... I don't think I can talk to Debs about it anymore. I don't think I could get anything across anymore.
Having fun games is a good...
Back in the Collard house, Jan and Rob are still arguing about the rules.
I don't feel you've respected our household.
I don't feel that you've
turned
respected
this house
me.
into a tip.
It's not a tip at
It
all.
is a tip. Look at the state of it.
Well, why
This is a lovely dining room.
It's just a bit of mess that can be tidied up. I have kept the house really clean.
You have not.
I have.
You haven't. The state we live in is just your general hygiene yourself. Like, look at the state of your hands. Look at your feet.
There's nothing wrong with my hands. My hands have got a bit of pen on
Let's
them.
look at the bottom of your feet.
I
When you very first come here, I actually looked at your hands. And I thought you'd like worked on a farm or something, because your hands were filthy, your nails were disgusting, so dirty.
I think, I'd find that offensive, actually.
We're in two different worlds, and your world is like just
And you,
two
no, but you've not
happy,
entertained
wild,
it.
like peace
not
man type
entertained it at
hippie
all.
style.
You've not
And I
entertained
don't
it
want
at all.
my children to grow up in the hippie style lifestyle that you're obviously happy
fine.
to live.
I'm not a fucking dough-like, pot-smoking, nondescript hippie type. I'm just not. And if he wants to, just because what he's trying to avoid is his own fucking reality, is the reality of his children having an opinion, having an idea that doesn't necessarily agree with his.
In Nottingham, Ollie's got to explain to Debs why he didn't go to the job that she set up for him.
I have 3 businesses that I need to work on to make earn
That's
money.
fab.
Yeah.
At the moment, these are not structured businesses. So you have to make the money from wherever you can at the moment. You cannot bring an income in instantly from these businesses.
If I go working on a farm,
You
I'm
instantly
wasting my time.
No, you're not wasting your time. You're bringing money in here straight away to your
No,
family.
we're okay.
We seem to be okay with holes in their pants. What money have you brought in tonight?
I find, as the man of the house, for you to put that pressure upon me is quite intense.
Well, don't you worry about that,
after a long day's work.
because as the wife looking after the kids and looking after the house, I have the right to say to the man of the house, "Can I have the money, please? What money have you got to give me?"
Ah, okay. So it's only money that creates the stability. I'm just trying to work out in my head, is Debs looking for money to look after the kids and be part of the house? Or is she just looking for some cash because she has cash all the time?
Despite Rob's disapproval, Jan and the boys was
Good idea. The boys camping tonight. It's the wrong time of year, it's wet, it's cold, and the boys are going to stay up all night probably chatting.
What's the point in getting out a tent when you're not going to use it?
No, Ricky, don't be rude.
He's not
Okay.
being rude, he's just voicing his opinion.
Yeah.
You don't hear them as people.
No.
Why not?
I've said, Ricky, no, and my word is final, okay?
Why is your word final? You're supposed to be playing by my rules.
No.
What sort of respect do you give Jan?
None. No respect at all. And he's absolutely right. You aren't giving me any respect.
guys.
You just see that I'm cuckoo and that's it final. And you're the
On.
My dad doesn't really know what fun is, and I want him to have fun.
As a father and a responsible parent, I'm not going to let it happen. I don't care how many of Jan's rules I break, and if I have to kick Jan out of this house, I will do it.
It's the last day of the swap, and Ollie's decided to do the job Debs has set up for him. But before he leaves, he rallies his son to keep the rebellion going.
He's trying to get Albie to have his haircut again. Albie, just wait, okay? I don't want to mould in you, okay? You're not a plaything. You try and look after them all as well, okay?
Oh, I'll get you up and take you to the barber's today. I could pick you up from school if you wanted me to. My kids will be respectful teenagers. They won't eat their breakfast cereal without baking tins. That's what I'm looking forward to going home to. My kids have respect and don't grunt at me, they talk to me.
As Jan and the boys press ahead with the fun chart, Rob's having time to think.
I do need to spend more time with the children, having fun, playing silly little games and that sort of thing. It's probably something I don't do enough of.
Enough of her asking him for money.
The song I've got in my head today is Working. It's one of our songs, and it's sort of like, I'm the one that's shoveling shit while you just rake it in. I'm tired of all your bullshit and I'm tired of all your greed, and it's that same sort of thing, I'm shoveling the shit for Debs to rake it in.
In the Collard house, Jan's doing some art with the boys.
And the other thing I thought we could do is, it's called a collage. Have you done them?
No.
She wants to know what they think of her rule changes.
I know what I'm trying to do, I think.
And determined not to be left out, Rob joins in for the first time.
Can you give me a red one? Some of the thoughts that have crossed my mind this week, I've put on there. Find your happy place.
No.
Try this. Give your children self-belief.
Yeah.
A journey that changed me. I think I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
In some ways from you.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
I would echo that actually. I've learnt loads as well.
I'm definitely going to try this sort of stuff.
In the Melia house, Ollie's back from work, and he's got his wages on him.
You're not getting a penny, okay?
Why?
Great. Because you're not getting to be a traditional man.
But you're
now we agree.
So you're not playing by my rules.
And you're not playing by mine.
Hold on, it's not your rule time, it's my rule time. The rules changed last week. It's
not
now
playing.
under my rules.
Okay, it's under your rules.
So you give me the money?
I am disobeying the rule.
So you're not going to give me the money?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not. Because I'm not. Because I'm disobeying the rule. Because we could have agreed. We could have gone there. But we didn't. And I'm off to see the kids.
He's fucking cuckoo. He's cuckoo.
Jan's had time to think about the traditional roles in the Collard house.
Really, and I've asked him of late to kind of, do more breadwinning, as it were, and now, and being here has definitely confirmed that for me.
It's the final day of the swap, and time for the wives to return to their own families.
I've run up to here, I've been in this house. Just want to go home.
I think I'll go back and make some changes. Now they're up for negotiation, but essentially that's what I'm going to go back to do. What, give us a hug. Thank you very much.
No. All right then, see you later, boys.
Before they go home, the couples have agreed to meet each other to discuss the experience.
Have you caught rule disease, have you?
No.
Okay, you're right. Welcome back to no rules. Hey, babe. No, we're not.
You all right, honey? You all right, babe? Oh, come on, don't cry. Come on, what are you crying for?
Going. It was like work. Flipping heck.
Did you like the routine or not?
I learned a bit from the routine, actually, I'll be honest and say, yeah. The incentive chart I'd stopped doing, and we kind of made one up about just having fun, really, and kind of doing something a bit mad.
The rule changes you made with regards to the children, having more fun, I was in agreement with that, sort of the arts and the crafts and that sort of stuff. I think we'll carry on doing that sort of stuff as a family.
I made rule changes in your house with regards to the cleanliness of the children mainly. What I was trying to teach the family was to take...
It's just that their appearance is kind of...
It's varied from the individuals.
Yeah.
See, I don't think they do.
Like Finn with his holes in his jeans.
Yeah, that's part of his identity.
Yeah, and his image.
I was picking pants up off the floor that were threadbare. And to me, that's, that goes back to also Ollie working is not necessarily to provide for the luxuries in life, but to provide for the bare necessities in life so the children can have pants that haven't got holes. I think Ollie needs to bring more money into your family to provide for the bare necessities.
I don't disagree with that at all, really. Yeah.
Ollie, it's about you not making excuses and getting out there and doing
I'm
it.
not making excuses.
It's has to have a job lined up for him to go and do.
That, and if it was to be more money coming into the family,
look, I'm tired of the thing that my family doesn't have.
You didn't have the motivation to go to work to put money on the table for your family and your children.
Just get to fuck with your fucking ideas about your importance or your non-importance.
Why have you got to start swearing?
Just gonna get the loo, okay? I just can't take the discussion constantly about the way I'm not good enough, really.
You as a person, Jan, it can do so much more, and I think deep down you know that. And I think you need to sort your life out with your husband.
I'm not all right. I'm not all right. I've learned the effect of being judged constantly. I've found even just round the table now that, just judgment all the time.
It's not about judgment.
I've always felt quite judged by the system for the way I am from being quite young. I would see you as quite, not traditional, but normal, yeah. And what I've learned from it really is that my views as not taking the male role all the time. It's difficult for normal families and normal people to see, and it's then very easy to be criticised.
We're not being funny. I'm not doubting that you're working on it, but I think Ollie needs to work harder.
There's been times this week when you've actually said to me that you would like Ollie to do more.
And we're doing that.
I don't know why
we're still on this particular subject.
Most common families, both parents actually go out and do provide.
I think Ollie provides some regular income and then the rest is up and down.
You made a massive U-turn today, and the only thing I can say is that I don't think deep down you're completely happy with Ollie and what he does, and I think you're going to be quite sad if you don't go home and sort out some of the issues that are in your mind.
You little... I don't like that. That's going. Don't like that. That's going too.
I'm up! I'm up!
She's anal, uptight, snobby cow.
Bath every night.
No more traditional roles, 50-50, that's out.
What do you want me to do though?
I want to burn him, burn him, burn him, burn him.
Take them out in the back garden and burn them.
Kids have equal say, not in this house, they don't.
Burn.
Farewell.
Kids, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Good news.
The good news is that Mummy is home, the bad news is this doesn't stay. Jordan, did you want to swap me for always?
Sometimes.
In the weeks since the swap, has anything changed for the families?
Living Deb's life has made me think my life's loads better. Going there and seeing how separate Debs and Rob run their life has taught me loads about kind of how we don't do that. And it also taught me that my skills as mum, even though they're a little bit weird, are actually loads better than that normal do it the way that you're supposed to do. And I think it limits your kids and it limits your husband as well.
And while the swaps made Jan secure in her own family values, Ollie's clear about what changing their work patterns might mean.
Creating a breadwinner is then creating that division of labour within a family, which is then creating the different pockets within a family, which is then ultimately going to stop your communication within a family. That's my excuse for not working, and I'm sticking with it.
And living with the Collards hasn't tempted Jan to want more money.
Every now and again I get suckered in by what's supposed to be. You know, you think about money, you think about all of those things that you're supposed to do. Buy you anything at all. If you have to give up being together to have that life, then it's not worth it. It's selling your soul to the devil, in fact.
After life at the Melia house, Debs was only too happy to get back to her routine.
I appreciate how well-mannered and well-behaved our children are. Seeing them dressed for school on a Monday morning was just lovely. Seeing how smart they look with their blazers on was just fab.
But there are changes. The boys' timetable now includes playing with both their parents, and Debs took the advice Jan gave her about doing arts and crafts with the boys and the incentive chart.
When I came back from the wife swap, I didn't use the incentive. How quickly they change.
Rob remains unhappy about how the boys have changed since the swap.
I've actually noticed with the children, they have sort of slipped backwards a little bit. They are getting a little bit more cheeky, and it's a difficult situation sometimes for Deborah to get them to do tasks or jobs for her.
Wait! Sit down at the table and I'll bring it over.
Although there is a surprising change that both Rob and Debs are happy about.
It's brought us closer together than what we actually were, and the fact that we actually communicate a little bit more now. Whereas before, we weren't really communicating, between Deborah and myself, we weren't communicating that well, I don't feel.
Cheers, honey.
Cheers.
Ching, ching, ching.